right. Welcome back. This is When I Wake Up. This is episode 14. It's pretty cool. We're just fucking rocking and rolling with these. Before we get started with anything, I just want to say we just had a song come out. Me and the boy, Danny. Danny is a name. We had Strong just come out last Monday. So you can go and listen to that song because it's super good. I had a lot of good feedback from people on that song. So, and then May 4th. May El Force be with you.
May the Fourth be with you.
I don't watch Star Wars, but it's fun to say. Star
Wars is McDonald's.
Yeah, okay. It's not Burger King?
No, it's not a steak dinner.
I like that analogy, dude. All right, I like that. I've only watched probably a total of 30 minutes of Star Wars. Total.
It's not. It's to anybody that if they say Star Wars is my favorite movie franchise or franchise in general, you can't trust their taste in anything.
Okay, I'm glad. That's
anyone,
how I view
anyone that's gun ho on Star Wars or Marvel, any of those.
That's how.
Hate to be that guy, but
yeah.
we're gonna stay with Star Wars. If you're fucking gun ho on Star Wars, chances are you have shit taste.
All right, I like that because I would agree. Yeah. But no, so we had to reschedule that podcast jam live set thing with Stream Space, but that's going to be on the 4th now of May. We had to reschedule because all of us got the clap. So
me too.
Yeah, so we got rid of that, thank God, and no more itching. So so we can go do that. But so today, my guest, his name's Christian. He is literally the very first person that I became friends with when I first moved out here in 5th grade. Literally the very first person I became friends with. So that was pretty cool. He was already 6'4" back then. I think you were, dude. You were close to 6 foot back then.
I was I remember I shot up. I mean, I don't know. 5th grade, I was probably 5'9".
No, dude, you were close to 6 foot.
I hope. I fucking stopped though, real fast. Barely 6'1" now.
That's all right. But so one of the first people I ever met when I first moved out here in 5th grade. I can't believe it's been that long since I first came out here. It's been
5 years.
Yeah, I know, dude. We're fucking
it's 5. Yeah, going on 5 years now.
No, dude, we're old as fuck, dude. We're old as shit. I don't remember when your birthday is. My birthday's next month, and I'm about to be 26, and it makes me literally want to revolt up into a corner of a room and throw up.
27 in September.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
27 in September, man. It's
disgusting.
A rough one. I got an invite for my high schools. What would that have been?
It's gonna be 10.
Some stupid. It was a 7-year.
Oh.
Reunion and
I was gonna say ours.
No.
Someone in our class, in 2020, so it was because it was 5 years. They wanted to do a 5-year one, and everybody was like,
that's so lame, dude.
That's not.
Either you're killing it and you want to go already, you just got out of school and you were just off to the races. You're killing it. But it's dude, this is the time where we're supposed to not be clinging to high school. We're supposed to be finding ourselves out there, and then we want to go right back to high school.
5 years is too fresh. Stay away.
10 years minimum. I'm probably not going to go for real 15 fresh. Or something.
I mean, I'm probably going to go. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to love it. Definitely not going to have the greatest time. I don't think.
No, I hated high school, dude.
Well,
I hated high school.
All right, let me finish introducing you, and then we can talk about that. But no, so this guy's been dabbling in the fine arts. I'd say he's been trying to do some stand up and stuff, which he's fucking hilarious. Number one. But he was just telling me today. I didn't even know this. Actually, Brad was telling me today, before you mentioned it. You've been writing fucking screenplays.
Yeah.
So he actually brought this one in here today, dude. It's the SS Finders Keepers. Written by Christian Klink, and so yeah, tell me about number one, all the shit that goes into writing a fucking screenplay. You don't have to be extremely fucking thorough, but then tell me a little bit about what this is. So,
a screenplay is, in its most basic form, it's a technical document.
Okay.
So you can't. I'm not I'm not an Ernest Hemingway. This. If you read this, it's not it doesn't read like a novel. It very much reads like a technical document in some sort.
Because it's trying to explain to you.
Yeah, if you want to just open to the first page, you'll see what I mean. Just if you want to be the first line, it's as you see, it's spaced out pretty, like spaced out.
Okay, I got
But
you.
everything is visual. You know what I'm saying? Everything is visual.
But this isn't meant to be read like a narrator. This is supposed to be meant to understand what's going on.
What you're gonna be seeing on screen.
Okay.
Exactly. So
Meadow, afternoon, tranquil, a serene landscape of tall grass plains melts into a lush forest, a place untouchable, incorruptible. Two figures walk through the meadow in the distance, about 30 yards separate them. In front is Freddie D, 30, youth bellied by salty hair and a careworn face, a careworn man. Okay, so that's pretty sick. That you said you're not writing like fucking Hemingway, but I would my dumbass because I'm stupid as fuck. I would say that's some fucking Ernst right there.
I mean, you can't like you have liberty to get because at the end of the day,
that's nice, very nicely written is what I'm trying to say.
At the end of the day, you're trying to tell a story. So like the person, so like if you're a producer at a fucking major, A24 is a good example of like a good modern day like studio. Like you're an executive there, and this script comes across your table. You don't want me, the writer, to act like I'm Ernest Hemingway and give you like these huge long paragraphs of like describing the scene and what's going on inside the character's head.
It's technically for other people to
It's other for people.
Stuff.
You're writing it with the knowledge that someone's going to be responsible for other things.
Filling in
There's
all
going to
the
be
other
multiple
stuff.
hands in this cookie jar. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So
yeah.
like
that makes sense.
So like props, for example, like I wouldn't describe this room. If I was Quentin Tarantino and I was directing it, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
But I'm not Quentin Tarantino yet. Maybe. I'm not. But
this is how you get started, though.
Yeah, but it's like I'm writing. So, like for example, like one of the descriptions is like you're the inside of an RV, and it's a homey interior, 80s nostalgic. That can be interpreted so many different ways. But you know, it's homey. You know, it's not like super modern looking or whatever. It's homey, and it's 80s nostalgic. So you got like the station wagon wood on everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like you're writing it with the hopes that other people are going to be in on this project, and they're better at things than you are, and you're better at other things than they are, and you just have to try and complement each other as much as you can, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of creating fucking art, and music, and
that's
all
what
that.
I like about it because like you have
collaboration.
To be, you have to be super economical with your word choice. Like it's a lot of like missing articles, so it's not like Tanner sits and drinks beer. It's Tanner sits, drinks beer.
Yeah.
So it's like even something as small as that, it because each page represents approximately a minute on screen. It can vary depending on like how you choose to shoot it, or if there's like a lot of dialogue in a certain scene, how dramatic it is, or whatever. But as a rule of thumb, 1 page, 1 minute of screen time. So a 33-page script is 33 minutes roughly.
That's what you got here. 33?
Yeah, about 33 pages.
Nice, dude.
So like I can't say like Tanner walks into a room and he smells apple pie and he thinks of his grandma. Like that's like an internal dialogue.
Well, which should kind of make, not necessarily, but actually it might make it harder to write that way.
Yeah, so like you would say in the case, Tanner walks into the room, he like smells the air, and then like cut flashback, grandma in kitchen, a young Tanner sits at the counter.
I mean, sometimes you can't even help but like already start thinking of all that extra shit that's happening. So
and that's what's fun about it. Is
you know what I mean? You might actually put a little bit in there. You know what I mean? That you're like, oh shit, but. Yeah, that's...
But like at the end of the day, you are trying to tell a story. And you want to be captivating, so you don't want to be super, super dry. But it's finding that like that center ground of being descriptive enough to tell a cool story and give a good sense of what the scene looks like, and also leaving enough to the imagination so other people get on the project and they can.
And then you got to be super vulnerable there too. You know what I mean? Because you know that someone's gonna sit there and tear apart this shit that you just fucking took a long time to build. You know what I'm saying too?
Yeah,
I mean they're gonna probably take away. You know what I'm saying?
It's 5 years in the making, right there.
Yeah,
I've been working on that for like 5 years. It's going on. I'm changing the name of it because I just got my first round of feedback from the judges because I just entered it into like this competition online.
Oh hell yeah!
And the initial reception. I'm sorry, I'm a slob,
dude. It's all right.
The initial reception from the judges, it seemed like it was good. They had it for like the overall impression. Oh, thanks. Sorry. For like the overall impression, they said it was like in the top 6%. So like, and you can submit other drafts. So like if I move on to the next round, I can submit an updated
edit it, revise it a little bit. Nice.
Yeah, so like I submitted to one that was like the turnaround. So like I submitted it like mid-April. The first round, like the first cuts, I guess, aren't happening until August 15th. So I have like 4 months right now to like revise the stuff, like the feedback.
Is this how long it's supposed to be? Or does it matter how long it is?
It depends what you're trying to write. So I'm doing a short. So I'm on the long side of a short. Typically, shorts don't go more than like 35 pages, roughly. I'm at like 33.
Okay.
I don't know if the ideal thing is I want this to be a short, and then because they can pick it up and be like, hey, write this into a feature, a full-length feature, which is like a full movie, 90 minutes at least. That's my hope for this, is that it gets picked up and can be turned into like a full-length,
dude, that'd be so
full-length feature.
So sick.
Because
All right, well, hold on. You're fucking the suspense, dude. I'm gonna throw up. Tell me what the fuck this is about.
So it's these two brothers, and they're living in
Two brothers.
Yeah, two brothers. Yeah, you have to try. Yeah, if you know anything Rick and Morty, you got to avoid that phrase. But it is in fact two brothers.
Yes.
And they have been living in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan for the past, we'll call it like 9-10 years.
Okay.
And this is going on amidst a global pandemic.
I feel bad for them already, dude.
Yeah, so it's in the midst of a global pandemic. They've been there for the last like 9-10 years, and they don't really know. All they know is that the area that they're in is incorruptible, untouchable. Where they're at is beautiful. It seems like it's completely untouched from the rest of the world, but nonetheless, there is this global pandemic going on around them.
Okay.
And they find an RV. And they live in like this plot of forest / land, and they kind of have like their own like little perimeter. It's like 5 square miles, we'll call it, maybe like 7 square mile like perimeter, and they just monitor that perimeter. They kind of go around hunting, doing whatever they will, kind of just maintaining that perimeter, making sure they're safe. This RV comes a little too close to home. They do a little bit of
making sure they're safe from.
Doesn't really matter, honestly.
Okay.
And it's supposed to kind of be like the story is very much about these two brothers. It just takes place within a pandemic.
Got it.
So like there's no zombies, there's no like gratuitous violence and like raiders and stuff.
Okay,
it's just,
I thought you were gonna say there was like some gargantuan.
No, it's just
okay.
Like there could be. I have no idea.
Yeah.
The story is just them finding this RV. They find out that it works, and younger brother naturally wants to leave. He's a little bit younger, more ambitious. Older brother knows what the world's about a little bit more.
Wants to jump in the RV and get
He
going.
wants to stay. He's like, dude, we're safe.
You're saying the young guy wants to fucking. They got
The young
RV
guy
to
wants
work
to-
there. He's like, let's fucking.
Yeah,
go.
young guy wants to dip. Older brother's like, dude, we're safe. Like, do you not understand like how safe we are right now? Like,
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you really get how bad it is out there. But he's also ignorant because he doesn't know how bad it is out there.
Right.
And that's kind of the younger brother's argument to the older brother is like, well, you're just as ignorant as me, dude. You're just older than me.
Yeah.
And then the story is just basically them just deciding to leave or not, I guess. It's a pretty simple story at the end of the day.
Hell yeah.
But I love it. I have a.
You're probably downplaying it because it's you wrote it, but it's fine.
I mean,
You're
like,
definitely downplaying
there's
it.
not like a
fine.
bunch of stuff that happens. It's not like, like big firefights and all that stuff. It's literally just like.
Does it make you feel good or does it make you feel bad at the end?
I think it makes you feel good at the end. I think it's they each compromise in some way. They come to some kind of agreement, and it's not like a face-to-face agreement. It's like we'll say they run into each other, and they realize kind of like the sacrifices that they made for each other. And then
okay.
It's like that kind of leads them off. Because I feel like a lot of good movies and a lot of good stories, the ending is a little open-ended. Not like inviting necessarily a sequel, but it's just showing like a new journey is going to start for these people. Like their old journeys stopped, and now they're on the way.
Well, and a lot of times too is like with super good stories and super good, shows, movies. If they're really good, it's very hard to end them.
It is hard to end them because you get lost in the world you created.
Yeah,
and as a viewer, you get lost in the world that person.
That's what I'm
created.
saying. Like you don't necessarily want it even to be ended. You know what I mean? So a writer that's writing it, you're like, fuck, like it's.
That's the tough, dude. Like the ending is the toughest part of any fucking story because you can write a killer 25 pages and if the last 5 pages suck, like.
Yeah, you're like fuck because you know that it has to be wrapped up in a certain way, but you also know that you can't like do it a disservice. You know what I mean? Like, dude, like I was just talking about in the last one, we were talking about Lost. Have you ever watched Lost?
So I watched the first episode a while back, and I was like, really, the good-looking doctor and the gorgeous chick survived the plane crash?
Oh no, everybody survives the plane crash pretty much.
I didn't really watch it. I didn't give it a fair shake. I will say.
So
that.
yeah, it's not like it a stereotypical show like on an island type thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like
They're like supernatural elements to it, aren't they?
yeah, it's like
Okay,
fully like serendipity. Like everything happens because this happened, and this is gonna happen because that happened, and you know what I'm saying? So like you're basically like not in control basically of what's going on, but it's just super weird, and it ends up like you can like it's a time traveling fucking island, like weirdest, like it's just it's
cool.
Yeah, it's super weird. Definitely watch that show. It's on Hulu, dude. It's
I mean, people fucking rave about Lost.
That's
I
one of
it's a
those
good
shows
show.
where like you 100% get lost in it, and then it ends, and you're like, it's like The Office, dude. Like
I was just
I've
gonna
watched The
mention The
Office
Office.
so many times, bro, and still at the end of the show, you're like,
I want to
dude,
watch the first episode again.
you're like, fuck. Like, it makes you sad. Like, you literally get sad at the end. You're like, oh, dude. Like, when Michael leaves, you're sad. You're like, fuck, dude. Michael's about to leave. He's not going to be on the show anymore. And literally, when I was in my prime, like, watching The Office all the time, I would, as soon as Michael left, I would restart.
Really?
Yep.
You don't like Andy?
I like Andy.
Dude,
but
Andy is such an unsung hero.
No,
of
I
that
love
show.
Andy. honestly, I don't have a favorite character because I was madly in love with that show for years, dude.
But that's a good example of a show that, like, when it finishes, you get like this sad pit in your stomach, and you're like, it makes you want to go back and watch the first episode again.
When I first finished that show, like I literally cried when the show
Really?
100%, yeah.
That's funny.
I don't even care.
What was
to
that for
admit
me? What was my show that was like that?
Just because that feels like such a real show. Like, it feels like if Steve Carell wasn't in that show, because I don't think I knew any other actor in that entire show.
I mean, he was the star. I mean, he was the star power of it.
If he wasn't in that show, it would feel even more like they were actually filming real people working at that place.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they act so well, dude, and
Yeah.
it's ridiculous how good they did, making it look like a real documentary.
Well, my big gripe with The Office, or not with The Office, it's the fans of The Office, where they try and say that, because I love Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec is like one of my favorite shows too.
It's a very good show.
And they try and say that it's like ripping off The Office. It's like, that's like saying Seinfeld ripped off Cheers.
What's Cheers?
It's this 80s sitcom.
Okay.
With I mean,
Who was the?
It's like Woody Harrelson's start. It's like one of his like first like major like characters. I forget the main actor's name. I forget what his name is. He's the guy on fucking. It's not like all his NBC commercials. He's in that show, The Good Place. He's like. I don't think he's got. He's like got. It doesn't matter. Regardless,
I literally don't.
Cheers is like an 80s sitcom. Friends and Seinfeld is a 90s sitcom.
Yeah,
it's like when you say that Parks and Rec is like a ripoff of in some way of.
Well, I think
Parks and Rec. It's like it's the same genre. It's a mockumentary. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's like you can't rip it off. It's the same genre.
And it was it was kind of at the same time period, but not really. Like
I think Parks and Rec started a little bit after it.
Yeah, The Office was still years before.
Oh yeah.
I think the only reason why people really talk shit is because what's her name's on that show and she was on The Office.
Oh, Karen, fucking Rashida Jones.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
So,
gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just there's so many fucking shows and movies that it's just very, very, very hard to end them. Like I probably got like a season and a half left or something of Lost, and I don't even remember because it's been so long since I watched it for the first time. I don't even remember how it ends. So like I'm just as I was like the first time watching it. I'm like, oh shit, like I don't even remember what's gonna happen next.
You watch Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
At some point, I'm gonna have to restart that, but that's gonna need like I'm gonna need to go on vacation for 2 weeks or something to be able to do that.
Yeah, dude. Breaking Bad's a good example of a great ending.
Dude, these shows that they make that are so good, they're each like an hour. They're an hour-long episodes. Dude, that's a movie every time. They're literally shooting a movie every time they make one episode.
Well, since we're talking about endings, one of the cool. I had a great screenwriting teacher back in the day, Jasmine Rivera. Shout out, you're the best.
Shout out.
I remember she said, a good ending isn't a happy ending, it's an inevitable ending. So it doesn't have to be happy, but it has to be inevitable. So like Walter, for example, it's inevitable that he dies by his own hand because he's been shooting himself in the foot. He's been descending. He's been Breaking Bad the whole fucking show. Like that's the point, obviously. But he's been
killing other people.
Yeah, he's descending into chaos. And what's the purest form of personal chaos?
It's killing yourself on
It's
accident.
not like suicide on purpose. It's like suicide by mistake.
Yeah,
you know what
accident.
I mean?
Yeah,
because it's like you get so caught up in this whirlwind of shit that you created that you end up dying by your own hand.
For sure.
That's a beautiful, inevitable ending.
Yeah.
Dexter could have had a beautiful one, but they decided to go back on it.
I named my dog after Dexter.
Dude, great show for the first 4 seasons are fucking tremendous. 5, 6 pretty good. 7, 8.
It definitely did get a little redundant, as do most like crime shows like that.
They just had a unique angle.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's why I was obsessed with that show because that's a crazy ass.
And it was a book. Do you know that? It was based off books.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, a girl I went to high school with.
Are they called Dexter too?
Called Dexter, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she said that in the books he's less human because in the show, like as a fellow human, you relate to him in some
very
way.
well, like not like when people are like, hey, look, they're like, like.
He knows how to chop it up with people.
Like jolly human interaction and stuff.
Yeah,
like
he can fake it real well.
Yeah, dude. And he was, yeah. And
but
they rebooted it, right?
Well, that's my fucking beef with it. Is like because he had cancer. That's why they had to stop the show. Because he was going through treatment.
Yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And so they left it open ended because at the end, if you don't know, he has a code he lives by. If you kill an innocent person, Tanner, I'm Dexter, you're a serial killer or something. You kill an innocent person, my code tells me I gotta kill you. I'm also a serial killer, but I was trained by a cop to
only kill
bad people.
Yeah.
So my code says you kill an innocent, then I gotta kill you. So how it ends is his sister dies by his own hand, not intentionally, but he feels responsible for his sister's death.
Yeah, that's another show.
So he drives his boat into a hurricane, seemingly committing suicide, killing himself because he broke his own code.
Yep.
A beautiful, poetic, awesome ending. And then he survives and he's a lumberjack and fucking.
And then they show you. Well, they show you in that episode.
They do. It's the fade to black. You think he killed himself, and then you go to like some lumber yard.
See, I wish
and
they
see
didn't
Dexter
do
with
that.
that's what I'm saying, dude. Just end it with him killing himself. It's a good ending.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It ties the whole thing together.
I remember thinking that when I watched it, and I watched that shit in high school, dude. And I was like, dude, they didn't need to do that.
You didn't need. It pissed me off because I was like, when he killed himself, I'm like, oh, dude, that's like. He broke his own code, so he's killing himself.
Yeah.
Like he's remaining true to his code. Like that's cool.
Yeah, that's a very, very cool way to end it.
And then they just go back
and
on
then they're like,
oh, he survived. He's a lumberjack in
come
Maine.
back with another season. So
bogus.
So the show came back though. Did they? Is the whole season out yet?
I think they're probably doing like a one-time season thing.
One last season,
kind of like they did with like the X-Files.
Just to
like
see
they brought
what
it
he's
back
doing and like
Well, because that's the similar reason they brought back the X-Files was the X-Files stopped shortly after 9/11, and the whole show is predicated on government conspiracies. And the writer of the show is like, I think we should go easy on government conspiracies right now. That we need to kind of come together as a nation. And then they stopped the show, and then people were upset because it's a good show.
Yeah,
X-Files is dope. And then they brought it back for like that one-off season, like a couple years, like 3-4 years ago now.
Yes,
I didn't watch it, but
see, that's dumb.
X-Files is dope.
What did they put? What is Dexter on? I might have to try.
Showtime.
Okay.
Showtime.
Maybe I won't.
I know it used to be Showtime. I don't know if it's still.
Let me tell you, I'm getting real tired of all these different fucking streaming platforms there, motherfucking goddamn.
We got Peacock.
There's fucking literally like 15, dude.
There's so many. Too many.
And like, yeah, what a time to be alive, but also what a terrible time to be alive, dude. I just want to fucking go to something and find what I want to watch.
Yeah. Well, like you always find like something that you want to watch is always on some service that you don't have.
Yeah.
That's always the way it works.
Well, yeah, I mean, and then you have to ask, like, because I'm not going to get all of them because I'm broke most of the time.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to spend...
Brad's Mr. Technology. Brad
Well, I'm not going to have
the...
8 different streaming platforms, use one of them once every 2 months, use another one 3 times a week. You know, like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to... I'm going to have Netflix. I'm going to have... Like, Nico gave us his Peacock. I have my cousin's Hulu. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool.
Everyone shares, which is kind of cool, I guess, but...
well, Netflix is not letting you do that anymore, so...
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Why? That was like the one thing separating them from the fucking pack.
Because apparently Netflix has got some shit going on. We were actually watching some shit earlier that they're just, I don't know. They're fucking. It's a big, huge company now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
What's the beef?
I don't know. We didn't get to watch it because they were. It was just one of those clickbait ones, and then we were just like, ah. Speaking of shit like this, like, no, we were talking about high school, and I was thinking about it because I was, I was thinking about having you on and stuff, and I was working today, and I was like, dude, I really wish, man, that you just fucking played high school football at Olmsted Falls.
Yeah, part of me wishes maybe too, but I don't know. I feel like it
would have been way cooler.
Yeah, like going to Catholic school, the thing that I liked about it was I wasn't raised religiously, so it was nice to get exposure in some way, so I could form my own opinions on it.
Yeah.
And like...
Well, yeah, and you're a super smart person, too.
Oh,
so,
thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Well, you are retarded, but...
I'm retarded. No, but fucking, like... I remember butt fucking, junior... Yeah, butt fucking. A lot of butt fucking going on at the Catholic schools. Yeah, so theology is like the study of religion, and which, ironically, the Catholic schools do not interpret it that way. Theology to them is the study of Catholicism, which is a different thing. It's like theology is like the general study of like God, and like religion.
Yeah,
they would call it theology, but all you would talk about is fucking Catholic stuff. That's all you would talk about. So it was like stupid in that regard. But
are you Catholic?
No.
Are you baptized?
I was baptized. Yeah. Okay. So maybe I am Catholic. I was never confirmed.
I wasn't even baptized.
I was never. You're going to hell, bro.
Dude, probably.
You're going to hell, bro.
Let's go.
Let's do it, man. I'm down. It's gonna be nice.
But bring some bumbleberry with me, bro.
So like one of the big things that I don't know if Pope Francis is like he's the Pope. He's the current Pope, and he was anointed. I don't know what the fucking term is. He wasn't.
He's the current demon Pope.
Yeah, like I don't know if elected's the right term. I don't know, but regardless,
how does that happen? Let's not even.
I'm not the right person.
Let's not even get into that.
I think it's an election process, but I'm really not
probably. I hope
entirely certain.
I'm hoping.
But he's kind of like the hip, like I'm that Pope. I'm cool. Your dog can go to heaven. Like he was that Pope. But that was one of the things he did was like for the longest time, the Catholic Church was very adamant that your pets did not go to heaven. They don't have souls. They were very adamant. Most of them
don't have souls.
Don't have souls. So then Pope Francis, and he has something called infallibility, which is he can't be wrong in terms of like religious topics, I guess. He can't abuse it. Like the Pope can't. Technically, they can't abuse their infallibility.
It's so crazy how we've just accepted these things.
I know, but he declared like, no, your pets do go to heaven. Like, no, they do.
After thousands of years
of no, they're not allowed.
Oh.
And he's like, no, that's ridiculous. No, they go to heaven. So the year before that happened, we were in theology class, and the girl's crying in class because her dog died. And she's like, it's not going to go to heaven.
No way.
And then the teacher's like, yeah, it's not going. Sorry. And the kid's like, but what?
The teacher literally gets a call. Like the
teacher's says. Like, yeah, that's just what they say. They just don't go. Sorry. They don't have souls. And the year after that, the Pope says they do go. So I always wanted to go and talk to that teacher and be like, do you have any thoughts of your own on the matter? Because you're like, she was like 25, 26 at the time. She was
a young teacher.
She was a young teacher, dude. I just remember thinking, I'm like, dude, are you that already brainwashed, bro? Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm not one to say that, like, Catholicism is like evil inherently because we wouldn't be living.
Listen,
we wouldn't be living in a country like whatever. We wouldn't be living in a first world country if religion didn't pose some kind of benefit.
Dude,
it might be outweighed in the negative, but we can't act like that. It brings no positives. You know what I mean?
Right? No, for sure. But you're talking about her.
And I'm not religious, by the way.
Yeah,
like,
no, and that you don't have. Who cares if you are? You know what I'm saying?
I just think it's meant for you at this point. Like religion's for you.
It's not be pressed on anybody. No. It shouldn't. You shouldn't be. It's same thing as anything else. If you want to do it, do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. It's not gonna. I used to go to church all the time. My dad was engaged to a woman that was extremely, extremely religious, Catholic, and we used to go to church sometimes twice a day.
Oh my God!
I used to go to church with all the time, all the time, and that was fun. He went to a Baptist church.
Those are fun.
That was a great time. But like, if I was baptized, I'd be Catholic, and dude, like Catholic church. That's not.
It's the stuffiest form of church.
It
is
is
the stuffiest.
like
form
going
of
to
church.
the dentist. Like it's,
Yeah, dude, it is like going to the fucking dentist.
literally, it's
It
like,
really is.
I
There's no fucking charisma. Like
No,
literally
it's just-
none. It's like, dude, I don't need it to be like in your face like sound effects,
uncomfortable.
but it's just like, yeah, it is
Honestly,
uncomfortable.
it's uncomfortable. Which, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not talking shit. Like, do whatever you got to do.
Because there's no discourse happening. It's all just a guy up front telling you what the book says, and there's no grounds for like dialogue.
There's no people saying, like, but what about this? Or, like,
Yeah, or even just like, I have a story about
answering
that.
questions or anything. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that.
To bring the community together a little
Nothing.
bit.
It's just a guy up there telling you what it is, and you have to agree with him, literally.
Yeah, your dogs don't go to heaven.
Now
I'm
sing.
sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy that they actually...
Yeah. And I've always said, too, that the fact that they don't let the priests fuck is retarded. Because, dude, okay, think about it from a pedophile.
All that does is create,
Think about it from a pedophile's
disgusting
perspective,
human
dude.
beings, yes.
If
Disgusting
you-
human beings.
Find adults gross and you don't want to have sex with them, but you like kids and you want to do, okay. What is a profession that you can do where no one's going to question the fact that you're not having sex with adults? Become a priest because you're not allowed to have sex.
It's
If you're allowed to have sex as a priest, dude, they would weed out the pedophiles so fast.
Like, why did that
Because you can go to a
start?
bar, have a drink, fuck a chick, and then finally after 2 years you realize, oh, Bryce hasn't. He said many suitors want him.
Yeah.
Yet he doesn't want any of them. Eventually they're going to question Bryce, Pastor Bryce. Hey, man, why aren't you fucking having sex with these beautiful women that want to have sex with you? And then you might do like a little bit of investigating. Like,
they're too old for me.
He's spending too much time with the altar boys. That's why he doesn't like these girls.
Yeah, and we're making a joke, but that happened. That's happened to millions of people at this point, and
Yeah.
it's like,
A little too many, yeah.
dude, like literally millions. And yeah, I just don't. When did that start? Obviously, that's been a thing that they think
forever,
like
dude.
that sex isn't like a good thing to. That's the ad break. So if you want to smoke a cigarette,
Oh, yes.
smoke a cigarette. But right now we have to remember what we were talking about. We were talking about.
Pedophiles in the Catholic Church.
There we go.
I think we should introduce it like that. I'll do it while you're starting.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to this podcast. This is a little segment we like to call Gene's Analog Mix, where we talk about records, maybe listen to some records. Today's segment is about progressive rock and roll, and two albums you might want to pick up if you like progressive rock and roll. One of them, Captain Beyond, underrated album of 1972. You won't hear guitar licks like this probably until 1975 on the radio. Definitely something you want to look up. It has a heavy lineup, some great hits. Our second, we have Lonesome Crow by Scorpions. Now we all know Scorpions for Rock You Like a Hurricane and those garbage hits. But what you don't know about Scorpion is Lonesome Crow. This is something that you're gonna wanna look up if you like progressive rock and roll. And or Scorpions. Deep cuts, hard hitting, kind of sad, heavy. This is Gene's Analogs Mix. Thanks.
So we were fucking talking about bestiality in the Catholic community, and how it's super prevalent around this year.
I heard pigs are the best.
Yeah, no, because they're most human-like. But if you think about dolphins, I said it on the one podcast. Dolphins are the only mammal on the planet other than humans that have sex for pleasure.
For pleasure, yeah.
So they're actually known to rape humans and stuff. Did you know that?
I did hear that once
Yeah.
before.
So, Catholic priests, they've been raping a lot of dolphins and stuff recently. So
My uncle's a dolphin.
well, is he on American Dad?
No, he just raped me.
My uncle's a dolphin. Woo! Yeah, comedy. So
Yeah.
fucking no, we were just what were we just outside talking about? We were just talking about no, don't do that yet. So never mind. Fucking the only other shit that I really wanted to talk about today was fucking your actual fucking like when you started doing stand up and stuff. Like how, because we were just talking about it outside. Like there's no way I think I make music and I go out and perform on stage and do music. There's no way I could go do stand up. Like you got to have large testicles to do that. I think you got to be at least like diameter's got to be like 2 to 3.
So I started doing stand up when I was in Detroit at school.
Where you went to?
I went to Wayne State in Detroit.
I didn't know that it was in Michigan.
Yeah, it's basically Cleveland State, but Detroit's version of it.
How am I just now learning that was in Michigan?
Yeah, like downtown Detroit. I lived in downtown Detroit for like 5 years.
How was that?
Awesome. I love Detroit, dude.
It really was actually awesome. Like you were out in the city doing stuff too. Really?
Yeah, Detroit's cool, man.
So it's not like I would think, like people say.
I mean, yeah, it's just, I mean, it is, but it's not like the downtown area is like any other like Cleveland downtown. It's nothing crazy.
I mean, Cleveland downtown's really nice now, like super nice.
Dude, they're super, super similar cities. Like the biggest difference is like Cleveland's downtown is like 3 times the size of Detroit's downtown. But you can get to a cornfield from Cleveland in like 30 minutes, whereas in Detroit, you got to drive like 45 minutes.
Okay.
So like the surrounding like urban area of Detroit's way bigger.
A little bit larger, yeah.
But like the city, like the downtown area itself, Cleveland's like 3 times bigger. Like Detroit's a pretty intimate, small downtown area.
Okay.
But the area surrounding it's huge. So big. So big. But yeah, I started doing it there.
But Wayne State's downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally Cleveland State, just but Detroit's version of it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I started doing it in Michigan. Wasn't able to do it a whole lot because of football and stuff.
Which we didn't even say. This guy was a quarterback in college football quarterback.
Lifelong third
Fucking
string.
flexing hard as fuck, dude. No, honestly
Lifelong
though,
third string.
dude, that's what we were saying earlier. Is like, dude, it's incredible. Honestly, you were incredible at fucking throwing a football, dude. It's pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, honestly.
I love
We were
throwing.
in like 6th grade and this motherfucker's throwing, I'm talking about darts, dude. Like to where your hands are pink. We're playing like just backyard football. I remember going to your house, playing in that field behind the baseball field over there with like Danny and like
Kyle,
a bunch of random people too. Like them, but like random ass people. I have no idea who they were or anything. And we're like 12, 13, and this dude's throwing like 60 miles an hour.
throwing yams.
Throwing the footballs that are like high school footballs, so they're like
A little fatter.
they're fatter, but they're literally concrete. There's no give to them at all. They're just concrete, and then you throw them. He throws them, and then you're like, oh, all right, well, can't feel those anymore, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, it made us all better at catching. I think, honestly, that's why I really wish you fucking.
Yeah, dude. I
Stay
think
in
if we all
Olmsted
stayed at Olmsted, we probably could have had a pretty
Dude,
solid
all
squad.
the other people too, like Parker and DJ and Joey and fucking like.
Joey, dude, I love throwing to Joey's awesome.
Dude,
I
if
love
all
throwing
of
to
them
Joey.
stayed and played it, we would have been good. I wouldn't have played ever.
You don't
But
think?
no, I didn't end up like actually playing at all until like senior year. Cause I'd play offense and then like I'd be good, and then we'd get to the point where you put pads on, and I wouldn't be good at offense anymore, and then I wouldn't remember any of the plays on offense because there's just way
Dude,
more.
that's the biggest
There was
thing,
way
dude.
more I couldn't remember it, and I never, honestly, I don't even still understand it. I'm about to be 26. I don't understand how like NFL quarterbacks remember all the plays. Like, how do you remember all the fucking plays, dude? How do you remember them all? Like, it makes no sense to me how you remember
I wasn't
them
the
all.
best at it, so anyone that's gonna listen to
Like,
this that played with
there
me,
wasn't like a lot of the times where you'd be like, okay, play comes in, you tell everybody to play, and you're like, wait, what the fuck am I actually supposed to be doing?
So like in high school, I was a lot better at it because I had a longer leash. So like, because like you have like concepts that are just like universal football concepts, right? And like different teams might call them different things, but like like an easy like a smash concept. It's like a 2 receiver concept, and you have the very most outside guy runs 5 yards, and he runs. It's called a stop. He runs
Yeah.
5 yards and stops, turns around to you. Then the guy just inside of him runs 10 yards down the field and then cuts to the sideline in like a 45-degree angle. That's a smash concept. Most offenses call it a smash concept, but for example, at Holy Name they called it Terry. I don't know why. My offensive coordinator at Holy Name was retarded.
Yeah,
But-
fucking holy name.
But like you just know, like you just memorize the concepts, and then you just the names that your coaches give those concepts.
yeah,
You just have to like switch the name in your head, but you always know like, oh, a smash concept. I read the corner. Like that's my read. I just read the corner. Whatever he does, I throw opposite. There are more complexities that go into that, depending what's on the backside of the play, and if you have a check or something like that. But like,
but that's also what I don't understand either. Is like, dude, there's so much happening.
yeah, you just got to know the concepts, like what route attacks what. And like I said, anyone that's watching this that I played with in college wasn't the best at this. I wasn't terrible at it either, but like,
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
you,
Like,
you just know the concepts and you understand like what is that concept trying to accomplish.
Bro, we had wristbands. I can remember the fucking shit. Eventually, they started like after we graduated. All the kids, I remember talking to somebody, and they said that their little brother or something, their wristband literally told them the actual route to run. And I'm like, dude, why couldn't they do that for us?
Yeah. Well,
Why couldn't it just whatever it is? Okay, and then it just says slant or it says post, like you, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
Except for the fact, like I said, as soon as I put all full pads on, I couldn't play offense anore for some reason.
We kind of did that. We had wristbands at Holy Name, and
We had wristbands, but it still just said to play.
yeah, like mine said the play, but the receivers was different. The receivers had the route.
See, like, why didn't they do that for us?
Yeah, just have the quarterback. The quarterback should have the one that has the play on it. And then,
Yeah. And like,
receiver-
and then they get mad at you for not knowing the like. They would get so mad. You know how mad
Oh,
coaches
yeah,
get
dude.
for not knowing the play and shit. So then eventually I would just not play offense.
See, the thing that coaches get wrong too often is that they get bummed out when they don't have kids that want to play in the NFL.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to fucking handle kids that they don't have a future in the sport outside of high school.
Yeah,
And in college, same thing.
yeah,
They're pissed when they don't get everyone on the team that's like, I want to go to the NFL and be Peyton Manning. It's like, that just doesn't happen.
yeah. No,
It just doesn't happen. So like, you have to find a way.
especially here. you
Yeah,
know what
it's
I mean?
your responsibility as a coach. It's your responsibility. What's the one thing? So say as a coach, you get a 5-year contract, right? You cannot get fired in 5 years. It's impossible. You can have the worst seasons, but you won't get fired. For the sake of the argument, we'll say that. What's the one thing that changes every year? The fucking kids.
Yeah,
Every year they change. You don't. You're the coach. You're supposed to be the rock.
right.
So like, it's up to you to
Yeah.
make it.
Well, now look at fucking Olmsted Falls, dude. We were garbage from 2014.
Your guys' offense is still
or
ridiculous.
from like 20. No, I'm sorry, from like 2012 to like 2015.
Won like 2 games.
Garbage, dude. I think we won like 6 games total. Literally, I'm not
That's
kidding.
crazy.
We won 4 games our senior year. I think the year before that, I think varsity won 4 games, but I was still playing JV when I was a junior. I think we won like literally 2 games. Like we were fucking garbage, dude.
Yeah, it's 'cause you guys run the fucking-
And you know why though? Because nobody was friends.
Huge
Nobody
thing,
was
dude.
friends, dude. Like everybody had. If people were friends, it was little groups of like 5 people were friends, and then like the little groups. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
like
it's
nobody was
100%.
friends, dude. And
Team chemistry is so important, dude.
especially when
Oh
you're
my
in
God,
high
it's
school.
so
If everybody
important.
hates each other, nobody parties or anything together, nothing like nobody. You're not gonna be good.
No, 'cause you
Nobody
don't.
likes each other.
Yeah, and like
Like we were trying.
No,
People were
that's
trying to
100%
hurt
true.
their teammates in practice rather than hurting an opponent in a game.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
stupid shit like that. I used to literally talk so much shit to everybody. I'm like, why are you trying to hurt our own teammates at practice?
dude, it's the snotty Olmsted Falls parents, bro. It's the fucking and
There was so much of that, dude.
they make their kids so entitled, bro. That's what I hated about Olmsted Falls the most. Was like all the fuck because I wasn't a bad athlete. I could play football. I was a decent basketball player. Like I could play fucking sports.
Yeah.
But dude, it seemed
Well,
like
it's
they,
all the parents that pay money and
Dude.
stuff to.
I know it. I don't say I know it. I have a feeling a big reason was I didn't play St. Mary's fucking football with them growing up, and they just were like, "Oh, he's kind of good at football." Well, he didn't play with us growing up. Well, fuck him. It's like, well, dude. Well,
Where did you play, Pee Wee?
played line because I was too big to touch the ball.
I was gonna say I think I started playing in the Columbia Station leagues when I first moved out here. That was the first year I played.
See, I didn't do Columbia Station because, well, yeah, I didn't do Columbia Station because I couldn't touch the ball, And then I did North Ridgeville instead because their weight limit was a little bit different, but they still just put me on the line, even though I was a better handler of the balls.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Coming from
But it's whatever. I would like to coach one day potentially, but
that'd be really cool.
I want to wait. I want to wait till I'm a little bit older. I want to do some things with my life before I head into coaching.
There's been a bunch of kids that from our graduating class that have coached. Dude, Justin Peck like works for the Browns.
He does.
Yeah.
Justin Peck, dude, when we played that pickup Turkey Bowl game, not this year, but the year before, dude, he was awesome. I loved throwing. He was a good tight end. He was.
Oh, did you play a game with him?
Oh,
nice.
He was good. He was.
Yeah,
good.
I like that. I like that dude.
He caught the
He's a
ball
good
like
dude.
this, hands like completely extended in front of his body. It's like the best thing, dude.
Yeah.
If you got a receiver that catches the ball
He
like
was good
this every
he
time,
was good
dude.
at football. He played in college too. I think 4 years.
Yeah, he played at Notre Dame, I think. Not like the Notre Dame. He played at like Notre Dame College.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a bunch of kids that were good, but like
No chemistry.
dude, and like
no
now
chemistry.
dude, they're literally like 11-1 every year in the playoffs. The dude last year I was watching him like go through the playoffs, like watching him their running back was scoring like 6 times a game, dude. Like literally
Really?
every game had like 5 touchdowns.
Because they run that ridiculous like wishbone offense.
They're
fucking can't stand it.
Which is dude, when we started sucking before DeLuca came, like when Coach Ryan was still coaching, and they still had like Brandon Frederick and like all them dudes,
Yeah.
Sean Fallon and everybody. They put all those dudes in the backfield, and it was like Mike Gibb and like Sean Fallon and B Fred. So they had both of them blocking and
Dude.
Mike Gibb running. And I was playing corner in practice when they first started installing that, dude, because we were like 0-4 or something. They're like, oh, we're changing everything. And I'm playing corner, and literally here comes B Fred. It's acting like he's not going to do anything, and then just walks up, and I literally am like this. Fully horizontal in the air like this. And I'm just like, dude, like what's going on right now? Like, why did this just happen to me, dude?
That's funny.
Yeah, and that's how it was. Like, that's why I didn't play until senior year. Like, I gained like 25 pounds junior to senior year.
For real.
Yeah, I remember like
That's good.
purposely doing that on purpose because that's why I never played because I was such a little skinny boy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if you're beefy, man, that makes it a whole lot easier to fucking play.
Yeah, it wasn't fun for me. I had not a good time playing football. And,
Like, I had a good time, but there were definitely a lot of times where I was like, I can't wait for this to be over. And then the second it was over, I was like,
I know, I
right,
definitely
I get it.
No,
I get it.
and that's what and that's what everybody says. That's what my dad said. I kept telling my dad, I'm like, I don't want to play. We're terrible. It's not fun. But no, you're playing. You're gonna miss it when it's done. So you're gonna have to. You have to. I'm like, okay, well, and he was right. So.
Yeah. He was right. So.
It definitely was fun. Like especially senior year. Like senior year was sick. Except I didn't. After playing all those years from 6th to 12th grade, I didn't get to have a senior night. Did you know that?
No? Why?
I got suspended for the last week of.
Thing was it? What'd you guys do?
We left, so we finished our powder puff football practice with the girls. We were coaching them on the varsity practice field, and I asked him to drive me to my car in the other parking lot across the way, and we get in his car and he drives behind the goalpost around the varsity practice field all the way over to the right side of the building on the grass where the juniors were practicing over on the soccer fields over there. And at first, I'm like, wait, what are you doing? And then, we get over there and I'm like, oh, we're seniors in high school. So once we get over there, I'm like, okay, this is funny.
Yeah.
We didn't fucking like run anyone over or like do donuts in the fucking. We just drove around them a couple times in a circle, and we were just like, "Fuck you!" Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's laughing. Like all of them were even laughing. They're just yelling "fuck you" back. Blah blah blah. Go to school the fucking next day. I had class with my head coach. I was in his gym class, and he comes walking up to me. He's like, "Hey, something you want to tell me about?" I'm like, totally forgot about it, dude. I completely forgot about it. I'm like, have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Go down. And so what happened was someone told on.
because everyone hated him.
and then
Ratted you out.
ratted me out. So I don't know if he watches. He likes some of my posts and stuff. I don't know if he's gonna watch this, but
I don't know. Well,
yeah,
I don't want to
that-
talk too much shit.
Yeah.
He's like the one dude from back in the day that I haven't run into, and I don't know if I still hate him or not.
I don't think I definitely don't hate him. That was very fucked
He
up.
just always had a weird beef with me, dude. Always had a weird beef with me.
I befriended him and like
I would love to see him again to see if like the beef, because
No.
I don't hold any resentment
I
towards
saw
it.
his
But
dad at Shakers a couple weeks ago, and he like looked at me all weird because I used to I hung out with for a little bit because I don't know if it was senior year or junior year, but their little like friend group that they had, they like kicked him out of it because he cheated on his girlfriend, and
what the exit? I don't want to talk about
just
it.
don't even talk. Don't even say it. I don't want to. You're talking about it. You're like, I don't want to talk about it.
So I'm gonna talk about because it's the gayest thing of all fucking time.
Dude,
Like, dude,
obviously.
I respect the fact that they were sober kids in high school. That they were like that was their
weren't.
shtick. Well, that was the thing, wasn't it?
No, bro,
Wasn't-
that's what happened. Like that's why we made fun of everybody because, like,
I thought X was like X out drugs.
like sophomore or junior year, somebody found out that they actually had been like partying and shit.
But regardless, that was what they were standing for.
No, they just called themselves that
But why?
because they thought it was cool.
But it's not.
Duh. For sure.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely not cool. What's
But
even
they had to
more-
be such twats about it, though.
Dude, it wasn't cool.
I mean, I didn't go to the high school, so I can't talk on it that
It
much.
wasn't
But I just hear
cool.
the stories you guys tell
I
about
was
it.
the in between guy that was like bounced around between all the different cliques. You know what I'm saying? So like
Very
because
cliquey school.
I never because I moved out here and all those cliques were formed already.
Yeah.
If you remember, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like they
yeah.
definitely were already formed. You know what I mean? Even when we were that young. So I kind of like never really fully solidified into any of the cliques. You know what I'm saying? Which was, I think, a good thing. Honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to talk too much shit about anybody. But,
I mean,
you know, it's just,
dude,
it's,
fuck them.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's-
I mean, you guys can like Tanner all you want, but
yeah. Well,
I don't
mean,
like very many of you guys. You know who you are, I guess. I don't know. like
No,
Mark-
it's yeah.
like I
it's-
ran into like was at like a stand up show one time, and it was like, oh, I was like,
I feel like yeah, he's probably
was a cool dude.
yeah.
I used to hate fucking that. What we played in an all-star game together in high school, and I was like, oh, you chilled out, you're cool.
Yeah. But that's what
The
that's
only
what we
one
all-
is he's the only one I haven't really come across, and like,
Well, no,
I
so
know it'll be awkward.
He's not. Yeah, he's not that bad of a dude. He's just, you know what I mean. He's fits that persona of like a. Anytime I talk about like if I ever use anybody's names from high school that I like, if I talk to my cousin or something about kids that I went to school with, and I've told them like some of their names and stuff, and he's
Yeah.
like, dude, these literally sound like movie characters. All of their names, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, they kind of do. Like they
Yeah.
kind of do. But no, I mean, he's not. Dude, like I
said, he just
they,
always
like,
had a weird thing with me where he always gave me this weird hard time. I was like, bro, I don't even
This is
understand.
how he. Yeah, that's how he. That's
And like,
how those dudes
and
were.
granted, I was a pussy in middle school. I understand that
That's kind
now.
of how all those dudes were, though. They're all, you know, super egotistical, and you know, it's like
Like,
you
I'm
said,
sure
it's
he's
the
fine,
Olmsted-
dude. We're all
it's the
adults at
Olmsted
this
Falls,
point.
you know, mindset. But yeah, we're all older now. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
like I'm
I
sure
hope-
it wouldn't be that bad.
No, I don't think it. I don't
But,
think
yeah.
it would be. But no, like I said, they like kicked him out of their little fucking friend group.
So gay.
And I don't know if that was junior or senior year, but I like became friends with him during that time because he had literally no friends. Like no one was hanging out with him. Like he was. I remember him sitting at lunch like totally by himself type shit. During that.
That makes me happy.
Well, you know, that's fine.
Because dude, he was such a little tormentor.
Yeah.
Like that's like all I remember of him was like
Yeah.
like he would make fun of the kid with Down syndrome in middle school.
Yeah, because
Like fuck off,
because
kid.
for the longest time everybody thought it was funny, and he could do no wrong, and then he fucked up real bad, and all of his friends were like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
But he cheated on his girlfriend.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
That's
saying.
the
like,
thing that gets you
right,
kicked
it
out of your
wasn't all
friend
the other
group.
horrible things that he was. Yeah,
It's just so stupid.
it's Olmsted Falls movie.
You cheated on your girlfriend? Buddy, not hanging out anymore. Like, what is that?
Yeah, that's wild. I cannot
That
believe
is-
that still.
Of
Yeah,
all the things, like it's not like if you did like crack or something, I would maybe understand it. But it's like you cheated on your girlfriend. That's the big no.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not condoning cheating. Like, I hate it. Like, I was cheated on. It sucks. But like,
Yeah.
like if one of my friends cheated on his girlfriend,
Like, not being friends with them anymore. Brad, you got to move out, dude.
yeah, like what? That is insane. That is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just, you know, those times.
You did what? You cheated? Oh. No.
Those were some wonderful times back then.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
Yeesh.
I'm surprised you weren't one of those kids that fucking did one of those shadow things back then too. That people, you know, when people were doing that
The
didn't,
shadow things.
where they didn't go to Olmsted Falls, but they got to go to Olmsted Falls for like a day because they were shadowing.
Oh, because I thought everyone but like Danny, you, and like Mitchell hated me.
Oh, what?
I was a weird kid, man.
Well, I mean, I was too, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought everyone hated me too. Honestly.
I mean, like, that's why I didn't go back. Like, I would see Danny or Mitchell or something like that outside of school. I didn't feel the need to go back. Like, I didn't feel like if I went back there, people would be like, yo, what's up, dude? Like I feel like that's why you did that. Was like everyone that you left to go to your other school. They're like, hey, what's up, bro?
You want to go say hi to everybody, yeah.
And then it's like me, it's like I was glad to say bye to most of them. You know what I mean? I wasn't really trying to come back. I still remember that fucking me and would always go at it with each other on the school bus. And I remember my dad died. And I remember,
Dude.
it was like the day before it happened. I remember we got like he said something behind my back. I forget what the fuck it was, but I remember someone was like, feels really bad about it. And I was like, good.
Dude.
I was like, okay. That's what it's supposed to feel.
Oh my god. Yes, guilt.
Like, not like, I don't know. It was just one of those things like, yeah, I mean, he was always
Oh, Jesus Christ.
like that. Like, he feels bad now because my dad's dead. Like,
The way you just started that off, dude.
I'm
is just-
still the same fat kid you made fun of because I was fat. It's not because it wasn't like you're making fun of me because my dad was a heroin addict. It was like, oh, you're a fat little fuck. I'm make fun of you for it.
Oh my god.
So I'd call him like
Jesus
a greasy haired twink.
Yeah.
And then my dad died, and everyone's like, he feels really bad about
Christ.
it.
He's sorry.
And I was like, okay.
He can't say it, but someone else.
I was like, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad we could laugh about that.
Oh, yeah.
You know it's good when you laugh hard enough to where your like nose stuffs
Till your
up?
dad dies? Yeah, it's the best. Laugh hard enough till your dad dies, folks. I'm just kidding.
Okay, don't worry.
Don't.
Don't do it anymore.
Oh, okay.
No more of that.
I can't have him die again.
No.
You can't die again. That's right.
YOLO.
Yo, yeah.
All right, yeah, seriously, no more jokes about that. Fucking shit. Yeah, so I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Word.
I gotta go to sleep early because I'm gonna go in tomorrow I'm gonna leave here at 4:30. So,
Why?
because I have to build a 4 foot by 4 foot by 30 foot long wooden crate.
4 foot by 4 foot sounds manageable, and then 30 foot. That's
Outside, probably gonna be raining. The ground's not level. All of the good, fun things.
Is it just you?
Yeah. Yep.
Where is this?
At work. We make big water heaters, and I'm usually packing up like these ones that are on wheels. Like they're for like all these companies that are ordering them are from like China and like Germany, but they're selling them to like industrial places that like literally football stadiums and like big ass buildings like that need huge water heaters.
Yeah.
But we also build a million other different kinds of them too. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm usually packing up those big ones that are on wheels. But we have these ones they're called pitchforks that they go in these tanks that this company uses to paint airplane wings. That the vat sits underground, and it's like 30 feet deep, and it's full of paint. So they dip the airplane wings in them. But the paint needs to be warmed up, so they get these big ass heaters that they put in there that need to be that long to heat up the paint that they dip the fucking airplane wings in. So I have to make a crate for these fucking heaters that are literally, they're 3 metal tubes like this right next to each other. And then they have like a head on them. And then they're just 30 feet long.
They're just 30 feet long. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Is it going to take you one day to do that?
Oh, it's going to take the entire day to build it. Yeah, it'll probably take me a day and a half to build it, at least, yeah.
Damn.
And I still have to do all the other heaters that are coming down, too, so by myself.
I just have to deal with idiots at work.
Well, I mean, definitely, yeah, me too. There's like 80% of the people I work with are idiots.
Oh, dude, I'm talking about customers. People that I don't work with.
Well,
them.
that's a given, yeah.
And then they come in and they're like, dude, a dude thought a deductible was us paying him money. And he was trying to fight me about it. And he was 50.
Is he from Conneaut?
He was fucking twice my age, dude.
Is he from West Virginia?
Oh, no. He was a Cleveland born and bred.
Wow, that makes me want to throw up.
Dude, the dude was trying to fight me, dude. Because like their warranty that he had, it's like when you utilize the warranty, you pay $100 deductible, and then they just do the work for that $100.
Yeah.
He thought when his car broke and you use the warranty, he thought that meant, oh, we're going to give you $100 and then fix your car for you. Like, he thought I was robbing him. Like, he was trying to fight me.
Dude, that is amazing that someone is honestly that stupid.
Oh, dude, thank God his wife was with him. She, like, shoot him away into the car.
You want to hear something even funnier, dude? How stupid people are? We were grabbing one of those heaters that I have to pack up that are literally 1,400 pounds. Okay?
Yeah.
So we grab them with the tow motor, right?
Yeah.
Usually, I go get them by myself, but the one dude that that works with me, he's like 6 years old. He jumped on and went and grabbed it, so I was walking behind it because you don't want him to fall. They're like $100,000, and
damn, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we're walking, dude, backing up on the tow motor. Okay, most big trucks and tow motors, what do they do when they're reversing?
Beep, beep.
Right. Okay, keep that in mind. So we're backing up on the tow motor, about to turn around the corner. Okay, right in the wood shop, I have a stack of fucking plywood right there.
Yeah.
So we're turning around and we're gonna back up and put and here comes this dude walking. I'm not kidding. Directly behind the tow motor, bro. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa! And if you hit the brake on the tow motor with the heater on there, bro, it's gonna fall off. Like if you have to hit it hard, this shit's gonna fall off. So I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa! Kevin stops, and the dude literally looks up and he goes. I swear to God, word for word goes, oh, were you guys backing up? And I seriously go, I looked at Kevin on the tow motor, I said, did you hear that sound? And he literally, the kid goes, yeah? And I said, usually that means we're backing up. So... And I just at that point I did not make eye contact.
You do your smart ass tone of voice, bro. It's so good.
Do you hear that sound?
Do you hear that?
So after that, I didn't make eye contact with him one more time, and I just kept out loud. I kept asking Kevin. I was like, "That's what that means, right, Kevin?" Kevin's not saying anything. He's just backing up on the tow motor, just like, and I'm pretty sure that when it's going beep, beep, most trucks and tow motors, I'm pretty sure that means that you're backing up. And the kid's just like, me and Kevin stop the tow motor, and I look at Kevin, I'm like, did that really just happen? And he goes, dude, the saddest part, I noticed the other day that guy has a wedding ring on. And I was like, dude, what am I doing wrong, man?
What am I doing wrong? You're not being an idiot. Well, he's probably very easily controlled, and that's why he's with her.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I had one where...
Oh, were you backing up?
Yeah. No, dude.
Oh, you mean with this 7,000-pound machine that's reversing, beeping?
People will call and be like, do I still got warranty on my car? And I'm like, just give me a name, something. Like, people will just call and be like, do I have warranty? And like, I really want to just be like, yeah.
Hang on, I'll transfer your call.
Like, I have no idea. Yeah, you do. And just see if it like registers, because like most, like 80% of the people were like, "Hi, I'm so and so. I have a such and such. I'm calling to see if I have warranty."
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. What's the last name again? Okay, good. Blah blah blah. You go through that.
Right.
People call and be like, "Do I have warranty?" You're like,
Sure.
"Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
I think for sure, dude."
Yeah, I read your number and I just knew it by heart and I already and I just had your profile memorized in my head.
There's another guy who, or like the other ones that are funny is when, or there's this one girl that she called and she's like, "Do I have to drop my car off to be serviced?" And I was like, "Yeah, your car has to be here, ma'am. Definitely has to be here." She's like, "Oh, okay."
All right. Well, my nostrils are clogging up for some reason. So
Goodbye.
Yep. So
Thanks for having me.
Yes, this is Christian Klink.
Christian Klink.
He's been here. He's been hard. We've been we're bricked up fully. It's Tuesday. So yeah, thanks for watching. Definitely stay square. Fucking if I see one more motherfucking I can't even believe it. It's fucking April fucking 25th, 2023, and I saw a motherfucker driving on the highway with a goddamn mask on today. So if I see that one more time, I'm driving my car directly into that person. Okay?
Dude, the fact that people are still
the fact that people are number one wearing masks still. And then you have people that are alone in a car by themselves wearing a mask.
with a mask, yeah.
I don't care if you're an Uber. Put it on when you pick somebody up. You're driving around alone. What are you doing?
Yeah. It's scary, dude.
What's funny is that
You might lose your sense
you
of
really
smell for a
still
couple
you
weeks.
really think that like these masks, if they worked, nobody would have gotten it.
Dude.
Nobody would have got it if they worked.
Okay.
They don't work.
It was awesome.
Thanks. Shout out USA. So yeah. Fucking episode 14. I'm gonna go fucking
I'm voting for Sarah Palin.
Dude, yeah, fucking she's super hot, so
She's super hot.
she's hot as fuck. Alright.
Bye, guys.
Yep. Don't forget to fucking floss.
Don't forget to give me a kiss on the lips.